Hi, so we're going to take a little look at the workflow and think about how we can use it to create really good same-day professional dialogue in school. So here I'm logged in as a leadership user and I'm not logged in as Ned. Ned has done 2 visits and we can see those that are in the complete column, and by moving now across to the workflow, Ned can then use this to be able to share and have a conversation with colleagues. So essentially, this is a place where Ned can see as an observer what he's put into his system, into the system during the learning walks, which means that he can take his laptop or iPad, sit down with a colleague, and then use this to be able to kind of have a chat and a share. So if we take a little look at these 4 areas, what we can then do is we can distill that down to any next step. So if we click the button here, where we've identified a next step, by clicking that we can distill it down and prioritize that conversation. But you can see here I've clicked that action has been completed. So you could just click the button to say that it's been shared, or click to say that you're going to come back and take another look in a week or provide some support. But essentially what we're doing is just distilling it down so we can work more intuitively and prioritize our conversations. So that's how the workflow works for Ned as the observer. He can see what he's put into the system during his walk and then use this to be able to share and have a chat. The teacher doesn't log in and the teacher isn't presented with feedback. This space is for Ned to use, to be able to share, to have that conversation. The feedback on Nautilus only occurs if it's shared verbally this way, or ultimately the emailed report is sent through, or you use reports that way directly to your colleagues. Okay, so that's for a leadership user, but that's the same for a user as well. So if a user performs a walk that's been assigned to them, they will just see the feedback that they have entered into the system as an observer so that they can then share it with the colleagues. That's a little bit different as a priority user. So what I'll do now is I'll move across to a priority user and you'll see how it looks for them. So I've now switched across and I'm a priority user, so I'm clicking in here as the head teacher into my workflow. And what I can see as a priority user is I can see all of the feedback that's coming into the system from all of the staff. So that's really helpful because obviously here what I can see is the feedback that Ned is offering there that we've just taken a little look at, and I can also see that that's been shared. So that's really helpful for me as a head teacher to see how the teachers are supporting and engaging with that feedback and sharing those conversations. It also gives me a chance to kind of quality assure that, so I can see what the etiquette and the content looks like and how staff kind of share that feedback to each other. And more importantly, it enables me to kind of stay up to date so I can see what the common themes are, what's been found, and so on. So I could add a comment if I wanted to, and so and I could add a comment for myself and for Ned to see if this is a common theme, if this is something that's coming up more often, and we're seeing the same things in lessons. Then what we can do is click the comment here, and then we could add that and pick that up. We can also add an action, and again, do we need to take this to the staff meeting because this is reoccurring and we're seeing it across quite a lot. But in the same way, we could be sharing this as an action and taking it to the staff meeting because it's really great practice. But ultimately, if I scroll down here, I can see Ned's entries, I can see my entries, and I can see the other staff as well, and I can use filters to find out more. So for a priority user, you're able to then be involved in that feedback and see what's coming into the system. That's how you can use the workflow to prioritize professional dialogue and share same-day feedback in your school.